One thing I really struggle with as a Christian, I think a lot of people struggle with this concept as well, is judging other people based on, these actions they do consciously every single day, and thinking it's kind of impossible for them to change, or they're possibly just doing it for the wrong reasons, right? So when I see OnlyFans models, right, I see these girls that, get online, they run up this absolute bag, they make a ton of money, and then they repent and, forgive and forget, and they're made whole, and they change their whole persona on social media, but they keep the money, right? And to me, it's super hard to decipher. It's really impossible to decipher when someone's, being genuine or not. And obviously God, does forget and forget. And if they're being genuine, they really can change their life and God forgives them and they can move on, onto a better path. But it's hard for me to see them, they go, we'll say 2 or 3 years, they run up $30 million from their OnlyFans, and then they, repent, they come to Christ, they get baptized, they change their whole social media and their persona online, but they now have $30 million in the bank of this, like, blood money basically. And it's just weird. Like, I don't know if it's strange if they keep it or if they, give it all to charity, or if that's even worse. I don't really know what you do in that circumstance. I think it's awesome. I think it's fantastic that, they changed their life. I think a lot of times it is probably a little bit of, a deceitful thing going on there where they're not really changing, they're not really, worried about it, but that's a conscious thing that only they can choose, right? I think it's important as us, as, outsiders looking in, you basically have to take your judgmental glasses off and be like, okay, fantastic. I'll kind of assume the best, good for this person to turn their life around. But it is something that I struggle with, that I am working on. That I think a lot of people need to work on. It's just this judgmental, like, you see someone's past, and when you can't even say like it's worse than other people. It's just very front facing, right? You see this thing they did that's like this heinous act, that a lot of people see as crazy, and, making all this money, changing their life, and then, seeing them change and being able to keep that money and then, be a Christian. It's kind of a weird pill to swallow, right? And so, just working on being less judgmental. And, I would love to hear people's opinions on kind of what they think. I mean, obviously I'm very stout Christian, and I do believe that, hopefully they all are changing for the best and they can live better lives. But it's just kind of a weird concept that I struggle with. I think a lot of people struggle with. So I just wanted to kind of make this video. I want to get a little more religious with my page and kind of answering questions and just kind of being real with my thoughts in 2026. So yeah.